Hi guys, my name is Keith Neurotis, known as the leader and superior of Club LASM, aka lover of animated shows and movies. Now, before I start today's video, I have a very important announcement to make. In case you haven't wondering, I've just announced that I will be expanding the LASM official YouTube channel with not just all podcasts all the time. Instead, I will be creating a new variety of videos entitled Sketch Pictures. More info on Sketch Pictures will be on the trailer that I've just released. Link is in the description. But long story short, Sketch Pictures is a new form of videos where one gets to share their animation ideas while the other helps out, makes their story, whether if it's the plot, the characters, etc., themes, whatever it takes. They help make that idea really interesting and more appealing for a wider audience. There are times of plans of trying to expand the YouTube channel of not just from YouTube, but also from Spotify as well. And I really hope that every single one of you can enjoy being part of the Sketch Pictures journey with me. With that being said, this is Keith, and I hope you enjoyed today's video, which is the Owl House discussion of its latest episode, For the Future. I bid you peace. Hi guys, my name is Keith Neurotis, known as the leader and superior of Club LASM, aka lover of animated shows and movies, and I'm here with Gilbert.
Can't a demon take a bath in peace?
Lazy Bones.
Insert the Owl House line of dialogue here. I couldn't think of one.
Kobe.
I take him anywhere I go, including the shower.
And of course, animated ABE, or Abe.
Yeah, Abe. Tom and Jerry's the greatest. Trust me, I Luz Nasetta said that.
So first things first, how are we doing this lovely Monday afternoon?
Well, at this time, I have picked up several volumes of 3 mangas, which I will begin watching the shows in the near future. My Hero Academia, Spy Family, and, my surprise, Chainsaw Man. Quite selections I never thought I'd look into.
Plus, I just realized this Sunday on the 5th will be my little birthday.
Oh, well, happy early birthday there.
Thanks.
Happy early birthday to you.
Happy early birthday.
Happy on birthday. Happy on birthday.
Thank you guys. Plus, it might take some time for me to edit this, but once it gets uploaded, I probably might already release the Sketch Pictures trailer. I'm still working on the Sketch Pictures trailer, which is my newest variety on the videos on the channel. Anyone else would like to share on their Monday afternoon before we get started?
I was watching South Park before I joined this.
Oh, okay.
I was actually watching Troll Hunters.
I'm in the middle of season 10 right now. I'm binging the show.
Oh.
With that being said, I guess we should get to the Owl House with this later episode, For the Future. I already got my recap ready to go, so that way you don't have to worry about trying to recapping every single bit of it. Like, I already got my recap ready to go, and once we get recapping, we should just get to the episode, right?
We're all gonna miss Flapjack, but we know he loved you the most.
And we just want to let you know, we don't care who you're supposed to be, because you're one of us now. Never forget that.
In contrast of the beginning of Thanks to Them, this episode picks up from King's perspective, and yeah. Jeez, everyone in the entire Boiling House is just not having their best day, aren't they? We then cut to Luz.
You could say they're toying around.
Yeah, pretty much. We then cut to Luz, Camila, and her Hexite friends as they all return to the Demon Realm and settle into the now completely empty Owl House. Now, before I continue, can we all just talk about how much our beloved characters have gone to? Like Hunter just lost Flapjack. Luz is still committed on staying in the human realm permanently once she is done with her mission of saving the Boiling Owls. Oh, Willow. Poor Willow.
I'm fine, really. He's lying! He's lying! He's lying! He's lying! He's lying!
She is constantly suppressing her true negative feelings for the sake of being reliable to her friends, to the point that it nearly cost Willow her own source of happiness, which she never really had when she was little because Emily cut ties with her. Basha bullied her to the point that made her feel completely worthless and called her half of which Willow numerous times and make me so angry. I just want to.
Oh, I can't tell if Willow's mad or you're mad. That's kind of hard to tell.
Both is the correct answer, dude.
Yeah, sorry. Back to recapping. We're going to discuss that later, but we're just going to get back to recapping. While trying to track down King and the Collector, the gang finds Skara, Bartholomew, and the rest of the students of Hexite as they all gave them a rundown of what happened while they were gone. Unfortunately, to me, while Principal Bump was turned into one of the Collector's puppets, Basha and her right hand Miki, which is Kikimora in disguise, has been running the school in a very disastrous fashion. Meanwhile, Philip tries to find another body to possess in order to finish where he left off. He found one and then now turned up at Rain whispers like, oh my god. You know, this scene really upsetted me because he could have easily just possessed Odalia, but why Rain? Why them?
I mean, better Rain than that woman. I guess even Bellows has standards.
I just feel like everyone just cannot catch a single break in this episode.
I guess he doesn't have a thing for Odalia.
Speaking of which, we cut back to the Hexite School where things have only gone from bad to worse. While trying to advise a plan to get to the Titan Skull, Basha and Kikimora caught them red-handed and threw them all to the detention pit. During the chaos, 3 different parts of the Hexite squad got separated. Luz and her mother tried to escape from Kikimora, Amity and Bartholomew tried to reason with Basha, and Gus and Herter got trapped in vines by the extremely distraught Willow, who's literally at her lowest. While all this is happening, the possessed Rain infiltrates the Collector's bedroom and successfully manipulated them to believing that King is playing double agent and was plotting to conspire against them. Hopeless and defeated, Luz again blames herself for everything that's happening right now, which caused Camila to have a heart-to-heart with her daughter, letting her know that making mistakes is part of living. She even admitted that she was also a nerd herself and that she should have fully supported her daughter when she needed it most. Her mother's words of wisdom caused Luz to have an epiphany that all she ever truly wanted in life is to be understood, which caused Luz's plasmid egg to finally hatch. Back at the cavern, Willow's self-doubts have worsened to the point that she gave into her inner thoughts, believing that no matter how hard she tries, she will always be half a witch Willow. Witnessing this caused Hunter to activate Flapjack's powers within him, breaking free and saving Willow, even reassuring her that she never done anything to make herself feel worthless and that he truly meant a lot to Willow. With the magic of Flapjack, he teleports the trio out of the pit, reuniting with Luz, Camila, and later on Amity as they all manage to escape from Kikimora's wrath, no thanks to the Hexite students. Once the entire party successfully make their way to the Titan Skull, Luz introduces the gang to her new revealed talisman, which is a shape-shifting snake named Stringbean, or a snake shifter, if you will.
Yeah.
As they all go in their next phase of saving the boiling owls, the Collector and Philip watches from above as they declare that they want to play a new game, ending the second to last episode with a snap of his fingers.
Oh, that kid is pulling a Thanos.
Yeah, I'm just scared of what the next game is. I'm really scared what the next game is going to be like.
Half of the bowling isles will vanish from Earth, leaving the other half to go on a time traveling adventure.
Oh.
Well, can you imagine that kid with an Infinity Gauntlet? I want a fan art of that. I want a fan art of the Collector.
I feel like I want to draw that now. I probably might have to draw that now. Just having the Collector having the Infinity Gauntlet.
Do you think that they're just gonna Bellows and the Collector just gonna join forces and just have a big endgame moment?
No, but I feel.
Well, I mean, we're practically gonna be in the endgame too.
Yeah, but I feel like there's
Yeah.
a slight of
Well,
chance
what do you
of
think
hope
of
for
this
me
one
that.
special, like compared to the previous one?
Speaking of which, I wanted to address, before we get to the episode, we have to address the elephant in the room, which is the complete leaks that happened. Long story short,
Yeah.
For the Future got leaked the same way True Colors got leaked, through iTunes.
That really sucked.
Yeah,
Those
through
people never learn,
I
will
think
they?
because of iTunes in Canada, and then someone took that episode and just leaked it around, and I think it was Owl House Net, Owl
Yeah.
Club.
Owl Club.
I mean,
yeah.
they started showing the 30-second snippet, which didn't really spoil a lot. And then, before all the disaster happened, Dana just released the poster, and it just happened. Which really sucked.
It did, and kind of disrespectful to the to behind the show. And the Owl Club tried to justify their supposed leak, and they're also asking for money too. And I'm like, oh.
Can I make a confession right now?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure I know what you are gonna say, so go ahead.
So I did watch the leak, but I did support the official release. I will say that. So I watched it twice.
Now there is one thing that
Same
I
here.
cannot get mad at anyone for. I don't get mad at people who watch the leak. Okay, you know,
I didn't want to, but I just wanted to avoid spoilers. That's just the reason why I did that.
Exactly me. That was exactly my case.
But
you watched the episode.
I mean, if it wasn't leaked, I would have absolutely waited for it to come out. But
look, hear me out. Okay, I don't care if you guys watch the episodes. Okay, yeah. But as the great Paula from Dead End once said, "Keep it to yourself, darling."
Man, I missed that show. Dead End Paranormal
the
Park
great
really got
Pauline,
canceled. Damn,
The great
God.
Pauline Phoenix, she just great. Keep it to yourself. That's my advice when it comes to these leaks. You watched it. I don't care. Just keep it to yourself. Don't talk about it. Don't spread it, because otherwise you get not only pissed off fans, but pissed off crew members as well.
Should be noted that the other leaks that have been happening recently, they should learn from that too.
It doesn't. Yes. There are several people who are posting leaks about Clone High and Tiny Toons, and then we got
these leaks, man, they're just so infuriating.
Yeah.
And then we have the posted news account like Cartoon Base continuously talking about it, saying what the leak was about, or a picture of the leak. I'm like, what is wrong with you?
It's like the Cartoon
Listen,
Base actually
I am
spoiled everything.
I'm mutuals with Cartoon Base, and like it's kind of getting hard.
To me, sometimes I just feel like Amphibia got worst part of the leak, because the leak for Amphibia, it was True Colors, and the original release date, May 1st, it was just delayed at the last minute before anyone got a chance to see it, which was really more upsetting about Amphibia getting leaked.
Well, as we discussed of the negative aspects of the Owl House in regards to leaks and whatnot, how about we talk about the good parts of it, our favorite moments, so to say.
Oh
You
yes,
got more
we should
Lumity
dissecting the episode now.
Got a few of them.
Well, as you all can tell, if you see my Twitter account, I have several favorite moments from that episode. Like one of them is Bellows looking at his dead brother, who may or may not be a ghost, or just hallucinations from guilt.
I even made a tweet saying that how Philip is literally being haunted by his brother. It could most likely be a fate worse than death. I mean, he pretty much deserved to be haunted by Caleb, the brother that Philip, killed.
As the Grandmaster Yoda once said, fear is a path to the dark side. Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to suffering. And there's no one who makes that example better than Bellows himself. Look at that. He was fear, which is fear he's going to lose his brother. Then it turns to anger, which, he, if you see some of the pictures or portraits of Bellows and Caleb, yeah, he gets real mad. And leads to hate, and, kills him. And all witches, and now he's a suffering pile of goop that can barely stand up straight.
Yeah, and I can understand that because You have to think that Caleb is the older brother and Philip is the youngest. And he did all of this because he was afraid of losing his older brother, which literally caused him to become a monster himself. And now he's literally out there, literally dying. Like the goop is literally melting on his body. Every time I see the plot on Philip, it just gets darker and darker. He even tried to possess another Grimwalker that he plans on creating once he's done killing Hunter. Do you know how dark that is?
I can't remember if this was real or not, or my eyes are playing tricks on me, but I think in the previous episode there was a writing in Philip's journal that paints him as kind of an outcast.
Or more like the victim himself, or a hero.
Or maybe kind of like Luz, who likes, the strange things, like even like holding a snake and stuff. That's kind of weird, even especially for Connecticut in the old days, in the 1600s.
Yeah, and since we both know that Luz and Philip are two different people, Luz is more selfless, and Philip is just being completely heartless and selfish.
And another one of my favorite moments is Camilla confessing to Luz she was makes mistakes all the time, including, quote, I sold energy drinks for a pyramid scheme for 3 years.
Yeah, that was a really nice moment because, like, she was saying, like, it's okay if you're a nerd because I'm a nerd too. And then, like, that's the reason why her talisman hatches is because she finally feels understood, and that's kind of the one thing she ever wanted.
That moment was more powerful to me because even neurodivergent people that can watch the show can relate to Luz because they also want to be understood by their parents and their peers. It hit me where it hurt.
Would you say that the Kikimora and Sasha subplots of the episode kind of felt a bit unnecessary? Because I think I've read a bit of criticism over that, like and like Kikimora could have just been written off season 3 entirely, and they didn't really need to be there.
This is pretty much what I sort of expect. In that episode, when the scouts are trying to take over trying to get everyone into school, and we don't see Basha, and I'm sitting there thinking to myself, she probably just kept crawling, and it kept working, like Jerry from Rick and Morty. I did somewhat expected to come back in one way or another. Being a bully in the school, yeah, that sounds like it. And Kikimora, I mean, you damn better believe that she's still gonna do everything she can. Also, love the name Miki.
Miki and
Roka.
Mickey.
Like, I didn't know if that was like a jab at Disney or something like that.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
I don't know if it was, but I couldn't tell. But I was hoping they were gonna pull like a Matrix Resurrection thing where like they mentioned that Disney is the villain the whole time or something.
I just love how Camilla is talking about what's the little red kitten talking about? And Bartholomew had a crush on Kiki's Abomatron.
Roka?
Who did?
Bartholomew, he had a crush on Roka.
Yeah, but it made sense why it was literally Kikimora the whole time. Because think of the two names, Miki and Roka. If you combine the whole name, it's Kikimora completely.
Just imagine someone reading it, Miki Roka, Kikimora. But I still can't stop thinking about how Bartholomew was like, I'm sorry, Roka, but it would never worked out between us. Speaking of the school, I do love how they pay tribute to Principal Bump.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
In the memory,
Was he turning?
in the memory of the coolest principal ever, Principal Bump, aka Princey B.
I feel so terrible that he became one of the people that turned into a puppet. Because when I saw the trailer, I tweeted out the decoded message of season 2, which I realized it now makes sense. Remember the season 2 decoded message being, seething seas and puppet strings, he no longer dreams of kings, as above our darkened skies, as below his father lies. Which Dana liked, confirming my theory, with the season 2 decoded message coming into play on this episode, and it was about the Collector and King in a nutshell. Like, Dana literally liked my tweet!
Oh, that's funny. Is it metaphorically and literally? That's nice.
Yes.
Congrats, man.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah. I would say that I did definitely enjoy the special, but I'd say I think I compared this all three specials. Like it almost seemed like a trilogy, like kind of like Lord of the Rings in the sense that like the second special kind of feels more like the middle chapter, and that like it just kind of like setting up the finale. It's just kind of like the second course meal, whereas like the third special seems like it's going to be the full course. You know, if that makes
I
sense.
think we're all kind of neglecting on a couple things. We'll talk about the Collector, who is probably like King, the only one of his kind. Where are the other collectors? He even had a little book about the collectors. It's like,
Yeah.
no, don't read that part. Read the part that I wrote.
Maybe it was a different kind of collectors, as in just like people who collect rocks.
Yes,
Well, I
because
mean, there
I'm
are-
reading what the book. I'm reading what our collector just tried to rip away, which says, "But should they meddle in our affairs, we'll clean the planet and scorch the air." That makes me realize that the collector's family members are actually the real, like, bad guys. Like, if things don't get their way, all hell will break loose. All
Well,
rain will,
well,
there will
they
rain
are-
fire from
Well,
above.
you say that, but that doesn't sound much different than the stories I read. You know, the story of the flood in the Old Testament, Zeus in Greek mythologies. If anything, the collectors are pretty much gods. They do whatever. They don't see if everything fits their vision. Boom, you get washed away. That pretty much happens in almost every stories.
Yeah, and seeing the
Yeah.
scene makes me realize that our collector, he doesn't want to be like one of those evil other collectors from the other's past. Seeing Collector in this episode clearly reminds me of Spinel from Steven. All he ever wanted is a friend to play with. Which gives me another slight chance of hope for them to be redeemed at the finale.
I'm still like thinking about like what you said. I think there was a portrait within the collector's hall where it does show that he is separate from the other collector. So yeah, he seems a bit different than the other gods. I'm gonna call him gods because collector sounds too long.
Our collector, the collector that we have now, reminds me of Spinel from Steven Universe.
Yeah, he's kind of like Spinel. If Spinel has literal godlike powers, literally that move the sun away like a freaking tablet.
I do think it's interesting that the collector wasn't part of the initial plan for season 3 until like it got apparently shortened. I think according to Dana, and you know, so I think that they just thought, hey, let's throw in this character in here, and I think that it added more conflict to the overall story. I think it would have been a little, I guess, like, I guess it would have been less than what we could have gotten if they just had Belos as the only antagonist, you know.
Yeah, but I feel like Watching and Dreaming, Belos will still be the main antagonist.
That reminds me. What's the title for the next episode again? The last one? What's the
Watching and
title for that
Dreaming.
Watching and Dreaming.
Watching it, whatever.
Watching and Dreaming.
one?
Watching and Dreaming.
Thanks to them
Watching and dreaming.
for the future. Watching and dreaming.
Thanks for watching.
For watching. I swear it was like reading a Dead Space title. In the game, you see the first letter of the chapters, and it all reads, Nicole is dead. We're gonna get so much hell in this last episode.
But I want to talk about my favorite moment. You already know what my favorite moment is.
What's
I'm
your
gonna
favorite
let you
moment?
guess what my favorite moment is.
I'm gonna guess winter.
Thanks for what you said back there. You mean a lot to me, too.
Cool. Happy to help.
Well, winter closed, but about Willow's character arc. Willow's character arc has truly came into play in this episode.
Oh yeah, now she was kind of throughout the time we see her always repressing her emotions. In the end, she nearly killed her friends.
Willow is clearly one of my favorite characters for a reason. She tried to hold back all the negative sorts of feelings that she had from her background, from being abandoned from her one friend, from being bullied all of her life. Yet she went out of her limb to carry the team behind her back, being everyone's first true friend. Literally being one of the strongest witches. And seeing her arc right now,
Yeah.
and Willow's character arc.
Were you one of the rooters of the Hunt Low?
Yes. I mean, at first, I can admit at first the Hollow ship I find it a bit weird, mainly because this ship just happened so early in season 2A, but now I am literally a hunt love. A hunt love till the day I die.
Guess you can say that the Owl House community was watching and dreaming as they were seeing the episode.
Of course. Of course.
That reminds me, my last favorite moment from the episode, when Hunter was able to do magic again.
Yes! When Hunter had Flapjack's power to actually teleport. I mean, Hunter can teleport before, but with Flapjack's upgrade, it just takes a whole new level.
Him getting magic wasn't my favorite moment. It was this exchange. When the friends asked Hunter, how'd you do that? Do what? You have magic! The magic of friendship? No, the magic of Flapjack! One of the few things I love about the Owl House, it just kind of destroys that kind of emotion. Like when Amy's going to destroy Odalia's shield, that kind of traps them, try to punch it, and it got broke. And Amy said, how did I do that? Was it the power in believing in myself? And Aldo was like, no! It was the power of science! Now I also find funny how they always kind of pull that kind of joke. Like one time when Ida asked Luz about magic, where do you think magic comes from, kid?
The heart?
Actually, yes! There's a bile sac in our hearts!
It's got some of that kind of edgier humor that you don't see on a lot of Disney shows. I guess maybe Gravity Falls.
But still, I liked Willow as a character because her character arc, not just from the episode, but the entire series, it taught viewers a lesson that even the most happiest people are the ones that are literally dealing with a lot of stuff. And if they have a friend that's like this, they have to reach out to them. Let them know that they are here for them. I mean, Gus said it himself. When Gus said these words, that reliable people are the ones that need someone to rely on, that it just hits me where it hurts. But not it hits me where it hurts with Willow literally letting out all of her emotions. It just makes me sad. That's just why Willow's my favorite characters of all time in the show.
I do kind of wish that we got to see a bit more of Luce and Willow's friendship. Because I think that even Dana said that she's happy with like how I think the season's been made so far. I'm not entirely sure if like a full third season would have been as warranted based on the material that they're kind of showing us on screen, though. Because like I guess there was some stuff that could have been stretched out a bit longer, like the Luce's friends like hanging out in the human realm, but we kind of already got that kind of stuff in like Amphibia season 3, for example. So it doesn't really feel as important to the story. So not saying that would have been great. I mean, I would have loved to see some of Luce's friends do stuff in the human realm and stuff like that, but I mean, I guess it does kind of feel a bit too similar to what would have happened in Amphibia, so I kind of get it, you know.
Yeah,
but I think even Dana said that she was kind of happy with how, you know, the season's turning out so far. She says that she's really proud of that first episode, especially, and we wouldn't have gotten it in the way that it was had it not been shortened.
I would have honestly wanted for a full-length third season based on everything that happened. So that way, the character arcs don't feel like that would be, like, rushed.
I don't think they feel that rushed, though, to be honest. It does feel more natural than it could have felt, I think. I'm thinking back to, like, that first, like, to the last, like, Gravity Falls episodes, like the Weird Mageddon specials, and how, you know, like, those were, like, 2 22-minute episodes and one last 44-minute special. So that was, like, you know, that was, like, less time than what the Owl House has to wrap up its story.
Plus, the last thing I want to discuss about is Luce's new talisman, which has finally been... I knew Luce's talisman would finally be revealed in this episode, which is a snake shifter, which Luce calls it. But I knew it would be a snake. I mean, the logo literally says it itself, and some of the signs were there, and thanks to them.
I'm afraid I must go. I do have I have other engagements to do.
Oh.
Yeah. So, I guess you want to wrap up our thoughts?
No, I just want to continue, but I'll let Gilbert go. I just want to continue.
Yeah, but I'm just gonna say I give this a 9 out of 10. I hope to see you next time.
Okay, see ya.
Alright, we'll see you, Gilbert.
Peace. But yeah, I mean, I did enjoy it, and there's like a lot of great moments. That it was a pretty satisfying middle chapter, I think. I guess I would say like maybe like the Kikimura stuff kind of felt a bit unnecessary.
Which is why I'm rating the episode a 10.
I give it I think I give it like 8 out of 10. I really liked it though. There were like a lot of stuff that makes me want to go back to it more and more. Especially, it is the middle chunk of the story, and that it's kind of just setting up stuff that will be resolved in the next special. But I feel like the stuff that's good in it is pretty freaking good.
I'm gonna give that an 8 out of 10.
9 out of 10.
With that, what can you expect on the series finale, Watching and Dreaming? God, I can't believe we only have one episode left after this. What can you expect from the finale, Watching and Dreaming?
I don't want to know what to expect. I hope that there will be Illumini Kiss. That's what I hope.
There definitely is going to be one.
Make on low cannon,
I'm watching and dreaming.
Like a real one, not just like a kiss on the forehead or something.
I mean, we already got Illumini Kiss, but if we want another Illumini Kiss, just to say, screw you, Disney, I guess I could allow that. But I really hope Watching and Dreaming could be the chance for the collector to at least have a redeeming arc to actually help out the Hexai Squad, defeat Bello.
Yeah, I don't think collector's gonna be full on evil.
Yeah.
Perhaps this could be the return of the king of the Owl House.
Plus, I'm really looking forward for that reunion. I mean, I thought we were gonna have a reunion on this episode, but apparently not. With that being said, thank you all for being in today's LASM podcast. And jeez Louise, I still can't believe that we only have one episode left.
Any other wishes for the next episode?
I just wanted Bellows to die, and like I said, hunt low cannon. The collector.
Bellows and Kikimura to die.
Oh. But anywho, with this episode for the future, Dana still once again knocked it out of the park with 3 44-minute specials. Even the amount of disrespect Disney had been giving them, they still have managed to make the episode work. The writing crew, every episode, they just knocked it out of the park. And I bet Watching and Dreaming will just go out with a bang.
Let's hope they pull it off to the max.
Yes. With that being said, make sure to drop a like and subscribe. Click on the notification bell so that way you won't miss out on animation content from me and any other of my friends here. With that said, I bid you peace. Bye! Say bye, everyone.
Adios, amigos.
See you guys.